Hello, my name's Harry. It was my birthday last week, last Saturday. Very special. It should be a national holiday, I think. But and I allow myself to gain a pound, and that's exactly what I gained. So I'm okay with that. Yay! Now, Kathy, you were an important part of my birthday. Please don't tell me you lost.
I did.
What?
I did. And keep in mind, my birthday's coming up, so I'll gain for mine.
Okay. I guess I have to lose for yours to keep it even. Huh? Okay. How much did you lose?
1.8,
Really?
really.
Wow, that is awesome. You're the best. So I guess the fact that you didn't take the two extra cherry cobblers home and the dozen cookies from Jenny's homemade cookies might have made a difference.
And that could have been it.
Yeah. Now, besides eating at Tina's last week, did you eat out anywhere else between then and now? Between then and this morning?
I don't think so.
Okay. So how do you feel when you look at the last 4 weeks? How do you feel like you've done over the last 4 weeks?
The last 2 weeks, I'd
Let me
say
take
I've done.
this. Let me put it on pause.
Okay.
All right, now we got that interruption over with. I get to drive to Russell, Kentucky tonight, which is about a 6-hour trip. So I'll be home about 3 o'clock in the morning, which will give me time to do the 440 run too. I love my life. So when you look at the last month, where you are now versus a month ago, are you kind of where you were a month ago, weight-wise?
Not quite yet.
What's that?
Not quite yet.
Okay, so you're up a little bit from 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right. So you feel good about that? That you're about down where you were?
I'm feeling good that I think I have a better, always have a good plan.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that this is a better method to losing weight. Only time will tell.
Okay. Well, how close to, if you get down, would that be down to your ideal weight then? If you get below where you were or close to where you were a month ago?
I still have about 5 pounds to go.
Okay. You know my theory about the last 5 pounds, don't you?
I don't know. I have a theory too for the last 6 months about the last 5 pounds.
Well, I always believe the last 5 pounds is happy weight.
Oh, really?
That all the other weight we gain is negative weight from things we haven't dealt with or fears of things we have to deal with. But I figure the last 5 pounds are a happy weight. That's why they hang on to us so much.
No.
Yeah. So just a little theory. I don't know if I can prove it or not. It kind of makes sense. Yeah. So before when you've been up and down for how many years?
Probably for the last 8, I'd say.
Okay. Uh, do you realize what causes you to then, is there any basis on why you might then go up and then when you might be able to go down? Is it life events? Or is it that you quit following your plan as well, or you don't make adjustments in your plan?
I think with me, it's more of a mental thing. When I'm feeling good and I'm positive, things like the weight go down. When I fall off the wagon, so to speak, and then the spiral downward just continues.
Okay.
It's more of a mental.
So when you realize that you're in that spiral, is it harder for you to pull it out then because you beat up yourself? or it's just that you have to get to a certain point before you'll kick it back in gear? Is there a stopping point for you?
This time I would say there was a stopping point. And it was the eye-opening experience, and that got me to get back on track. I don't know.
You mind sharing what
Sometimes
that eye-opening event was?
just the scale,
Oh,
like
okay.
the scale.
There's a certain number then that,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, looking back at my own history, once I lost it, to be able to maintain it pretty well for 15 years, and then gain back, close to 50 pounds. I never thought that would have happened 15 years ago before I quit Weight Watchers. But when I look back at so much of my identity and was doing Weight Watchers and the workshops in your church and that type of stuff, and that was all lost, and I didn't know how to deal with that. I mean, other parts of my life obviously suffer when you put all your energy into that type of thing, which is, can be common in anything we do. Could be like when you're teaching, you put all your energy in that, and also. Now, for you, when you quit teaching, that was, you were good about that. You didn't feel like you were being forced out or anything, right?
No, it was my decision.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it was the time when your mother was becoming very ill, so you were able to really dedicate most of your time and stuff for her, which is.
And I hit a part-time job.
Huh?
And I hit a part-time job.
Yeah. And how did that help you, or didn't it?
The activity helped in some regard. Being close to baked goods was not a good idea.
Actually, it wasn't the baked goods, it was the broken baked goods.
That's true.
Honestly, did you ever eat a cookie there that wasn't broken?
Oh, I'm sure I probably did.
But would you say majority of them were like they were broken?
Oh, yeah, broken leftovers. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 2-day-old ones that didn't sell. Yeah,
They look lonely on the plate.
there you go. So now, what was your reward? A book or something? What was it?
I did. And as it turned out, it was a free book. So
No, then get another book now. You gotta spend that money. Make
okay,
it worthwhile.
I will.
All right.
So now my next reward comes when I lose 2 pounds.
Okay, and what would that be?
I'm thinking probably another book.
Okay.
I'm right now, one of my pleasures is to read. So I'll
Okay,
probably get another book.
very good. And that keeps you from eating? Takes
Usually
away
it
the
does.
boredom?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you see your challenges is coming up in the next week?
Well, we're going out to eat Monday night. Um,
Will, will tomorrow graders be a challenge for you?
Now, not that much of a challenge because I will look ahead on their menu to find out an
Yeah.
ice cream that I like. It'll only be one dip. I know they always say for 50 cents more, you can get a second dip. The answer is no.
So you're not going to eat my sundae?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then I'll just get a dip too.
No.
And I do have a gift card. Cheryl gave me that.
Oh. Well, yours is free anyway.
I know. Yeah. But You know, when we went to the concerts like at Blue Ash and stuff that we really enjoyed, we generally didn't overeat then.
No, but we also did more walking together and everything
Yeah.
too.
Okay, well, that's true too.
And I'm just now getting back to some time on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, maybe we can do some walking there when we get there, if we get there inside the gates early enough.
and it's not freezing.
Huh?
And it's not freezing.
Well, we would
Moving
rather be
into cooler weather here.
Yeah, but would you rather be like 90 degrees or 70 degrees?
I prefer not to have 50 degrees.
It won't be 50 degrees while we're there. If it is, you can borrow my hot hands. How's that? Just dress accordingly. You always think it's kind of funny that with the different sports, like when it's warm in football, fans complain about it, even though they're not playing. Yeah. And then when it's cold in the spring for baseball, people complain. But if it was that temperature and they were at a football game, they wouldn't complain.
Mhm.
Although last week when I was driving home from Russell from one of my trips, it was actually, was it a Saturday night, I think it was? And we went by some stadium and they had a high school football game that night and it was pouring. And you wouldn't believe how many people were in the stands and stuff. I mean, it was like really pouring. I think it was Saturday night. So I thought it was strange because usually high school football is Friday night, but then what do they have going on in Russell, Kentucky besides high school football? So I guess that's why they had it on Saturday night. Maybe the weather was too good on Friday night and they felt like they had an advantage having it on Saturday night. I don't know. Well, Melissa, we miss you tonight. Renee and Scotty, we miss you. Hopefully you guys can join us next week soon. And hopefully I'll see the less of all of us next week. Okay?
Okay, we'll work on it.
All right.
Okay, bye.